Hey everyone, this is Dhruvin and in this session we will be talking about how we can create a comparison report in Power BI. Sometimes we have scenario where we want to show categorical comparison with Power BI. Like let's say for an example in my report I have different type of project. So I wanted to compare one project with another project. So this type of comparison report we need to build in Power BI. So how we can achieve this kind of requirement? Let's talk about more in detail over here throughout this session. So let's get started. So here I have opened my Power BI desktop report and here you can see that I have compared one project with another project. The user can select appropriate project from here and based on that the comparison will be displayed over here. Let's say for an example I am selecting one of the project Salon from here and I want to compare that with project Alpha. So that will show the comparison of project Salem with respect to project Alpha. Now how do I build that? Let me talk about that in detail. But before that, let me show you the data structure that I have used throughout this report. So basically I have used this Excel spreadsheet as my data source. Here you can see that I have project column, their different phases, their budget, estimate and sort order column. So basically different project has different phases and I want to show the comparison of one project with another project. Every information is stored in a single table. So I wanted to use a single table as a source and wanted to compare its category, right? So now let's check the step-by-step procedure to build this kind of comparison report for different categories. Here I have opened one blank Power BI desktop file and here I have loaded the same Excel data source table over here. Now first of all we need to build drop down for category comparison. For that we need to create two different disconnected table from this data source. So basically I want to show the project column as a drop down. For that go to the modeling column and click on new table. Now that will open up the formula bar over here and now let's apply a formula. So first of all let's give a drop down value A as table A and then we need to provide values and inside that we need to provide the column name. So basically my column name would be the project column because we wanted to make the drop down for project column. So for table A let's click that and create that. So table A with project column has been created. Similar way, let's create the second table. For that as well, go to the modeling and click on new table again. And similar way, let's create table B. Table B is equal to values and inside that from sheet 1 we need a project column. So let's keep that. So I have created two tables over here. Now let's add a slicer. So I added this slicer over here and let's drag project column from table A. And similar way, let's add a slicer again and let's add project from table B. So here I have added project dropdown first of all. Now I want to apply one more validation. Let's say for an example from project A I am selecting project alpha. So from here it should not show project alpha. User should be able to select any other option that has been selected from here. So what happen here is if they select project alpha then the comparison doesn't make sense. So I wanted to have a validation that whatever the thing that has been selected from A it should not be visible to B and similar way if we selected something from B it should not be visible to A. So how can I apply those type of validation? For that we need to create a separate measure for that. So now let me create that measure for you. So first of all, let's click on sheet 1 and click on new measure. And now let's give the measure name as selection measure. Selection value for A is equal to, let's add a condition. If selected value from table A's project is equal to selected value from table B project, then 0 else 1, right? Now let's copy the same thing. Let's hit enter. So that has created one measure for here. Similar way, let's create a second measure, selection value B. Let's paste the same measure B, and here let's add a condition. If selected value of table B project is equal to table A project, then 0 else 1. Now select your drop down and add a visual level filter. I selected my drop down over here, and now drag a value, selection value A, and now here let's add a condition is equal to 1. So what it will do is, whatever project gamma has been selected over here, so it will automatically disappear from here. Now similar way, select this one and select selection value B, and similar way let's apply is equal to 1 and click apply filter. So here you can see alpha has been selected, so alpha has been gone from here. So we applied a validation successfully. So let's say if any project has been selected here, it will disappear from here, and if anyone selected from here, it will be disappeared from here. So we successfully applied validation as well, so that it will make sense for comparison thing. Alright, so we have completed this part. So let's convert it to drop down. So this will looking like this, right? Now it's time to apply a table over here. Now let's say whenever we add a table over here, first table, it should filter based on this drop down, and for this one it should filter based on this project. So how can we do that? Let's create some more measures over here. So first of all, I wanted to show budget and estimate over here, right? So I need to create a formula for that thing. So for that, let's click on new measure, and now first of all create a formula for budget A. Budget A is equal to, we need to use a calculate function. Inside that we need to find out the sum for budget, sheet 1 budget, and then we need to apply a filter. Inside that we need to provide a table name, that is sheet 1, and then we need to apply expression. So where project is equal to selected value from table A's project, right? Because first of all we are showing table A's drop down, so table A's project we need to consider as a selected value, and we need to complete the bracket, right? And now let's hit enter. Let's copy this as well. Similar way, we need to create a same measure for budget B, and here we need to calculate the same budget. Only difference is that we need to have selected value from table V, right? Alright, so we are good to go. Now similar way we need to create a new measure for estimate. So let's copy and paste the same thing. Instead of sum of budget, we need to have sum of estimates, and for estimate A, we need to select a project from table A. Now copy this one, and now similar way prepare the thing for estimates B. So let's create a new measure, estimate B, and here the only difference is we need to have value from table B, and let's hit enter. So we have prepared all 4 measures. Now it's time to add a table over here. So I just added one table visualization over here, and now let's add the value. So I drag the column project over here. Then I need to add estimate A and budget A, right? And I wanted to add phase value as well. So let's add phase value. Let's remove the project thing. So here you can see that for project alpha it will show phase value with estimate and budget. Now we want to compare this thing with project gamma. So let's add another table and let's add a value of different phases, then estimate B and budget B. So this is how we can compare that, the estimate for first phase for project alpha was 600, wherein for project gamma it is 350. So it is easily comparable over here. Now let's do some formatting over here. So now I'm selecting this one and applying some borders over here. Let's arrange it properly. Similar way, arrange the table visualization as well. Now for comparison, let's add one last shape. So go to the insert and from here select shapes and select line from here. So this will looking like this. Let's add a line and here we are. Our comparison report for the same category has been created successfully. So hope this is clear for you now. This is how we can easily create the comparison report in Power BI for the same category and from the same table. Hope this tip is helpful to you. I have uploaded the sample data file as well as Power BI file to my GitHub repository where you can practice more about this thing. If you have any question related to this topic, you can add your question in the comment section. Or if you are looking for any other DAX related tip, add your suggestion or feedback in the comment section. Whenever I will get a chance, I will make a video on that. If you are for the first time to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe and press the bell notification to never miss any updates from my channel. Stay connected with me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, WhatsApp as well as Instagram. If you are looking for any consultancy, here is the website. You can visit there or you can simply type www.powerplatformtrainings.com and send your query over there. If you are wishing to learn different concept for Instagram, just click on this link. You will be redirected to my Instagram page and there you can learn different Power Platform concept over there. If you are looking for any Facebook and Twitter updates, you can follow me over here. If you are wanted to listen different Power Platform podcast, here is the podcast link where you can listen different Power Platform podcast on your favorite podcast platform like Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify and much more. If you are looking for any short video related Power Platform, here is a separate channel called Digital Thruvin. Subscribe that channel and show your love over there as well. This is Thruvin signing off. See you in the next session. Have a great day. Goodbye.